Don't like it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another review, another episode. It is season 3 of The Office, episode 1. Listen, I'm excited because season 3 is one of my favorites. Season 3 and 4 are, to me, it's the freaking golden age. I took some notes because you guys know me with the freaking. With it. With everything about remembering, right? I'm shitty. The best thing about season 3 is how it starts. So, usually you got the cold open, and you're always in a position where you're like, what am I gonna give them? But season 3 opening, the very first scene is Dwight cutting his nail. So it's kind of nasty, but at the same time, it's freaking Dwight, you know. And so you're like, okay, well, I guess so. We got we got some of the flashback how, Pam and Jim they kiss. We got more. We got the aftermath because at the end, it was Jim kissing Pam, and this episode was really fucking good because, again, like I said in the review of season 2, they're pushing they're pushing the envelope and they're pushing further and what we know about those characters, right? So basically, yeah. So we have this one. We have kissing Pam. She says Jimmy's like, "Oh, I want to kiss you," and Pam she's like, "Me too." She said, "I cannot do this," and then she said, "Are you really gonna marry him?" He said, "Yes." We don't know how much time has spent, has been. I don't know how much time has elapsed. I guess what's the has passed. Okay, sorry, has passed. But we know that things are changing. Ryan has Jim's desk, which is crazy because Pam she does look a lot at Ryan thinking it was Jim. She does. There's moments where she wants to laugh and she looks at Ryan because this is where usually what Jim said, right? And there's also the fact that it it took Jim to leave for her to realize how much she missed him. You know, so it's kind of super sweet. And in this episode, you really believe that she loved Jim. So I think this is super cool. We got Mike. Oh, yo. The first scene we have is Toby and Mike going at it. They're fighting, and apparently, Mike has been calling Oscar a slur, homophobic slur. And then there's like a really cool scene because Mikey might be dumb, but he has a heart, right? He does call Oscar a homophobic slur, but then it's like, oh, I never knew he was. If I did, I would have not called him that. And it's kind of cool because we're seeing that the only reason he called him that was because, and then it took us up. Bro, this scene is amazing again because there's so many things that were being said. The R slur, the F slur, right? And again, this was different time, and it's a sign of a dying era. Those words can get canceled for saying them, you know. So full case disclosure. I do like that fact. I do like the fact that there's this. In again, back in the days, being homosexual wasn't super accepted, I guess. And it was acting that. And I think it's super cool because in season 1 we had the racial slurs. In season 3 we had we had dealing with somebody that's has a different orientation as us in the office. So it does really mean something, right? Mike actually is nice to Oscar after that. He says, "Yo, if I knew, I would have not called him that." But by doing that, he outs Oscar, which is not cool because for coming out is a big moment, as Jane said, and the way they tackle it is so fucking good. This episode for 20 minutes is crazy. The amount of stuff that's going on is insane. We got the Oscar. He admits that he's gay. We got Jim new job at Sanford, which is really interesting because, but this is bittersweet. Because Jim new job could mean like without a new job we could push again for the characters. With a Jim new job, we have we have even more characters, and even though all of those characters, there's only two that's important which is Jim girlfriend, forgot her name, and the Nard dog, right? Those are the two only important, and those are the two that really talks to to the camera, which is kind of cool because again, it is a statement that is introducing new characters. Sadly, there's the crew of the office is a big crew. You got Tree accounting, two, and human resources. You got five salesmen. You got Creed. You got Meredith, which is oh fuck, dude. You see, just there, it's a lot, dude. But introducing only two new characters could be cool. We have the reason why the Nard Dog, which is Andrew Bernard, which one of my arguably it's not because the first time I watched The Office, I really like Andrew. Then I watched it, I realized how a shitty character he is, and I didn't like him so much. So it's not about how a character is different from whether you like it or not, how you evolving as a person, how it pushes you to like different characters, right? We learned why he's calling Jim a big tuna, because Jim brought a tuna sandwich the first day, so that's the name that's gonna stand the whole 9 yard, the whole 9 season. So it's kind of crazy that it has such a humble beginning, and it's kind of real cool because this is also it's kind of cool because when you talk about Nardog, the very first thing that you talk about is going to Cornell, being in an a cappella group, and 9 seasons later, this is basically still his characters, right? It's still his character. He's still the guy who talked about Cornwall. Tennessee Get. He's still the guy who had who had an a cappella group, right? So we have this. We have this. Same character, actually nice. It's actually nice because Jim and you, Brenda. What? Oh, no. Okay, okay, okay. Wait a sec. Oh fuck! I don't know what I wrote. In my handwriting, by the way. It's kind of cool because my consequences on outing Oscar are seeing the way it's different branches, but there's still Dr. Mifflin, and because Mike out Oscar as gay, they're talking about it with Jim, not with Jim per se, but they're talking about it in the new branch. So kind of cool to see there's a connection there, especially when it's coming up with what's coming up. We have the actually nice Cranston effect branch, nice. Peep how they react to Jim, because Jim is new. So you got the Nardog who says that, oh, he is freaking ambitious, and he's threatened by a Nardog, by Jim. There's this girl, I should know her name, I'm so sorry. And she's important too, bro. Fuck. And yeah, so she talks about how she doesn't know how he's gonna fend, how he's gonna be for himself, but they know they're dating. So at the end, Jim did charm her, right? We got the actually nice Trenton, okay. Dwight and Mike, oh yo, nice. They talk about the gaydar, which is basically because they didn't know that Oscar was gay, and say who else in the office could be gay, right? And it's kind of cool because Dwight gives a solid advice, and he's like maybe so. Mike is like, yo, I have to know who's gay in the office. I don't call them slur. And then Dwight say maybe we should play as if everybody in the office was gay and not say any slur at all. And that's actually smart because Mike is not gonna want to change, right? And Dwight actually understand that, and he pushes Mike to say, "Yo, well, maybe we should all assume." So that's smart. And by doing that, he's admittedly saying, "Yo, you can even call me. You can even think I'm gay. That stops you from making slur." So again, super selfless, super cool. We have the Dwight advice, Pam, Roy. Yeah, we got the Pam and Roy. We learned that they separated, and it's amazing because, to be quite honest, this is the first time I watch where I'm analyzing and I'm paying better attention. Because of course, when the first time you're gonna watch a show, you're gonna pay attention. The second time, eh. The third time, eh. But with Roy, I was impressed because the guy is he's kind, he's a good character. Roy is a good character. You see the effect that it has on Pam, the effect that it has on Roy, because as again, we have those two characters that are part of this Renton family. We have Pam who had in your apartment. She has this she started taking art classes, which is something she wanted to do. And you got Roy who let himself down. It brought him to rock bottom, and now he's taking care of himself, and he wants to gain Pam back because he felt that his life was better with Pam. So again, we have a different life triangle because at first it was Pam, she loved Roy, Jim loved Pam, but now Pam and Jim could be together, and Roy's kind of pushed away. But Roy deserved a place, or at least he deserved closure, right? She didn't tell him about the kiss. She didn't tell him about the kiss for sure. So fuck that. So yeah, so we got this, we got apartments, show Roy Train once we're back. Oh my god, they're talking about there's a rent Stanley does, and again we're pushing the character like Stanley is this monochromous, almost always negative guy, and he's like, yo, I bought them a toaster, now I have two toaster. What am I supposed to do with two toaster? So it's kind of funny because again it doesn't mean much, it doesn't have much to do with the story, but you're seeing Stanley, and you're understanding what Stanley is, how simple problem like that are affecting his life, because at the end of the day, this is a simple show with simple people inside this show. We got get Vice, Pam, okay, Roy, Train, Sandy, Toast, Run. We have some finally character development, as I said, for Stanley, Oscar being gay. And why it's awesome that Oscar being is gay is because technically, okay, Oscar being gay is not a big deal. It's admittedly at that time, at that period uh of this society, and I think it was 2009, it was some big deal, but it's more so that we're seeing changes, we're seeing evolution, and we're creating a character that's creating this evolution. We're creating a character that's like, yo, this is a change for new people, this is a change in the company. And what is the change? You could arguably do like Pam and Jim, Angela and Dwight, but then again you would run out of people fast. And the problem with you bringing in new people like the other branches is that you're gonna constantly bring new people because the main peeps aren't gonna change. You understand? So the fact that we had some character development, that we had the people who will react on him being gay, super cool. Um, we have oh yeah, Jim when he pranks the Nard dog, and immediately it's kind of cool because you expect Dwight to be like the fucking bottom of the barrel, but Nard is actually. And I'm gonna call him Nard Dog because it's his name. I'm not gonna call him Andrew Bernard. I could, but I'm gonna call him Nard Dog because I do miss the character. And he's pranking him because he used to prank Dwight, and he does miss it. And ultimately, the only reason that Jim pranks Andrew is because Dwight called him about the gaydar. If that didn't happen, he would have pranked him. And if that would have happened, we would not have realized that Andrew got some fucking anger management issue. And the anger management issue are gonna lead to so much. And Jim, he fucks up. And but this again, it brings the character development, right? Which is cool. We got mad. Corporate, the corporates, they're mad at Michael for outing Oscar. They're saying, "Yo, we can have a lawsuit," and it's kind of amazing because again, super good writing. Oscar does mention in the episode that the company is failing, that the company is going like under, right? And them having a lawsuit is gonna bring them closer to the bankruptcy because again, paper was a thing back then. Paper is a thing right now, oh of course, but less of a thing, right? So yeah, so basically we had that, and it was kind of cool that corporate got involved, and how corporate saw things, and how I mean that was a good idea, how they're respectful for Oscar being gay, and ultimately corporates are being corporate, but they're also being they're also thinking about their employees. So it's kind of nice to see because Jan, she's a lot of people looking at as you're gonna say Jan is fucking cold hearted, but is she? I don't know. I don't think so. You got Oscar, not okay, corporate mad, cause Oscar got gay. What? Okay, I don't know what I wrote. But and then we got Oscar, which is bringing to the conference room. We got a disc a course like a speech that make people mad. They say, oh, it's like putting the situation in an even worse order. You got Pam who's missing Jim, and it's kind of cool again because again, cool writing. We have Jim sitting next to a chair empty, looking as if Pam was there, and you got Pam looking at Ryan as if Jim was there. We got the Mike who's shaking out because again he's fucking up and he got pressure from the what should we call it, from the corporate, right? We got Creed who admit that he was bi, right? We got another, and it's kind of cool because that leads to us learning that Phyllis is getting married. And admittedly, this is not like a big deal. It doesn't serve a purpose in the show. It's still her getting married. It's still us learning that, oh, she's a married woman. Good for her. And if you do a good enough job at writing a character, then a simple fact like, oh, she's getting married are gonna make the spectator go, yo, I'm happy for her. Even though she's only a character, right? We have married. These are we got the different reaction as people with being gay. There, Angela, she seemed like she has some pretty homophobic term, but again, I don't think Angela herself is like that. I think she's really religious, and religion was kind of against gay people, right? I'm not religious, so I don't know the exact version or the exact sentiment. We got Kelly talking about gay. We're talking about it's cool because again, it's the people perception. Tree who says, "Yo, I might have fucked a couple of guy back in the '70s when I was high," right? So this is him talking about like, oh yo, there's no problem here, and there's a lot of people that are accepting. I would have liked more people though, but let's spend the whole episode on talking about your reaction. We got Mike and Oscar to kiss because he's okay, no, that's not how it happened. Oscar is mad at Mike because Mike he's making fun of him, and then it's amazing because he insults Mike, and then Mike is sad, and then he pushes Oscar feels bad, so he says sorry. He's hugging. Mike's apologize, and Oscar is actually pretty cool. It's like, yo, I understand that he's not. I understand that you didn't mean to be homophobic. You just don't know better, which is super cool for Oscar. Then Oscar. Nice. We have then they have the kiss, which results in Oscar getting legal help. Not legal help, but like the company they tell him, yo, you gotta expense pay, don't sue us, right? Which is cool. We got Jim who sends a gaydar to Dwight, which again is a prank, but it's super cool as a prank because Dwight, the first guy he's gonna do is gonna be Oscar, and it rings, and then he's gonna ring himself because it's a metal detector, and he's gonna say it works on him too, so you think that he might be gay. So it's kind of nice. And even Dwight here, he's a fucking hero because he was like, because when after that Mikey kissed Oscar, right, to say, oh, like, you know, I'm accepting, and Dwight answered to that, it says maybe Mike is gay, maybe my best friend is gay, and I didn't know, but that's okay. So fucking A plus for Dwight, for Rainn Wilson, amazing human being. We got Mike's acceptance, and you can see that Mike's acceptance come at a not a surprise, but it's kind of nuts because Mike's acceptance is something as super simple as just saying like, yo, it's a huge step. Yeah, he was making the same joke over and over about the he said she said, and then it just says that's what she said, and then he said that's what he said, and for him that's accepting. That's him being inclusive of Oscar in his joke. So again, super good episode, fucking phenomenal start. Cannot wait to see tomorrow. I wasn't supposed to do like reviews today, but I had to. So with that, love you guys. Peace.